No? Okay. Oh, well, this will be new for everybody. Okay, so there's quite a few. I'm going to show you guys the knife pleat and the box pleat today. So usually with pleats, your iron is your best friend, I'm telling you, because it makes the creases really crisp and will be a good guide for... I'll move this one too. Anybody want to pass me? There's a tomato over there with pins in it. Over there by the cups. Oh. Okay. You're going to need these. So first I'm going to show you the box. So basically what you want to do, with pleats, it's like the same idea with gathering. You take a big piece and it kind of condenses it down into a smaller space. So if you have a lot of fullness or something, like in a skirt, like say you have an A-line skirt, and you want it to accentuate the waist or something, but you want it to billow out at the bottom, you can pleat the top, and so that'll cinch it in, and then it'll still billow out, instead of cutting it so then it fits, or making a dart. So it's an option. So I'm going to show you guys the box pleat first. So basically what you want to do is you kind of want to fold a rectangle on one side, pin it. Now remember, I think I told you guys you always want to face the edge of the fabric away from you when you're pinning, because when you put it through the machine, the garment will be facing outward, so it's not bunching up inside the machine. And then on the opposite side, you want to bend another rectangle. Now I'm going to go on the opposite side and bend it again. So you usually want to use a ruler or eyeball it as best you can to make the folds even. You don't want to do a different dimension for each fold, because then it'll look uneven. Unless that's something that you want, that could look kind of cool. But you would just want to be consistent throughout. So if you're going to do something uneven, make sure you do it uneven throughout the whole thing. Okay, so then we're going to repeat it again. So you'll see this a lot on like I feel like boarding school skirts and uniforms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? School uniforms. That like pleating is really popular with that sort of thing. Tennis uniforms and stuff. So see how it kind of made this box shape? That's why it's called the box pleat. So it kind of goes out and then in. So I'm going to sew this down for you guys and show that really quick. So this did a 360, so I can turn this around. Oh yeah, so the iron is the best friend. So you want to make sure to iron it down. And make it really crisp, so then when you take out the stitch later on, see, it almost even looks like the shape of a dart, right? Because the darts are triangles, so it does sort of the same thing, except it's more decorative. So usually, since you guys are going to be sewing with a 1/2 inch seam allowance for all your garments, so you want to rest the guard, the edge of the foot, right on the edge of your garment that you're sewing, because that measure that to about a 1/2 inch. So you'll be good with just eyeballing it that way if you send it through. And it's good to get in the habit, if you take out your pins, take them out about 2 inches before the foot, so then the pins don't get stuck in there. And also, you know, as you take them out, it's good to have a tomato nearby or something to just stick it in there. Okay.
Well, that's a trick, threading a needle in front of somebody.
Yeah. Like under the gun. Okay, here we go. I'm not used to this. stitch, the beginning and the end of your stitch, so it stays in. In my machine, there's the thing that cuts it, so I keep going like this, but there's nothing there. So you don't have the scissor here. So shut this off. So of course you don't want to leave any tails hanging off or anything. When you finish the stitch, you want to cut it off. Leave it really clean.
Wait, did you go back 2 times?
Yeah, I went back at the beginning of the stitch and at the end of the stitch.
Yeah, because usually what I do is like I just go back.
Do you do it like when you first start out and then you do it at the end too?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you want to do because that'll secure the stitch. If you don't do that,
It's gonna like, rip out.
yeah, it'll bust open and that won't be good.
It happened to me as well.
Okay, so
Yeah,
now
it happens once, you don't want it to happen again.
Exactly. That's not good, especially if it's like pants or something. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys the knife. So it's pretty much the same sort of deal. It's like you're still working with a bigger piece of fabric and creating a cinching sort of idea. Except this time it's not going to make a pop. They call it a knife pleat because it almost looks like you're kind of cutting up the fabric. So what you want to do is you just want to fold it. Almost looks kind of like you're going to be making like kind of like a fanning effect. So instead of folding it one way and then folding it the other way to meet each other in the middle, you're just going to keep going in the same direction.
On a skirt, you can meet them in the middle.
Yeah, you can meet them in the middle. You could even have like 2 different directions of knife pleats, like maybe meeting in the middle and having like a box pleat in the middle, so it radiates out from the center.
It looks like a skirt.
It looks like what? A skirt?
Like a school skirt, yeah.
I know, I'm telling you, that's where you see them. So we're gonna iron out. You can even sometimes get pleated fabric too when it's pre-pleated and it's heat set. I use that for my evening wear, and it was like really hard to use, but it looks really cool. So you can even look for that too, and it saves you a lot of time of pleating something that you want in your garment, and if you like doing it, you can get pre-pleated fabric. It's pretty nice. Tomato next to it. It's very important. So you want to take the pin out first. This is so important. I can't stress how important this is. So I had a lot of broken needles, and it's not good. So you want to take this back stitch. Where's Roderick? Back stitch, right? Then if it comes out, just make sure to. You want to make sure this is really folded before it goes under the foot, because if it trips under the foot and the thing flops back, it's going to mess up the pleat and you'll have to take it out and redo it. It's kind of tricky at first to slip the fold under there, but
What I do when I have a pen there, I just leave it in there till it reaches to like the yellow part, and then just take it out.
oh my god, that's so nerve-wracking. No, take it, just for my sake, please take it out ahead of time, because I don't want to have shrapnel going in people's eyes and like running around with like needles all over the place. It'll just make it easier. Please. I mean, I'm guilty of that too, but for the sake of this. Okay, so here's the knife pleat. You see this again a lot on prep school skirts and stuff like that, so we'll pass this around. So those are basically pleating and gathering some examples, and now I'm going to show you guys the bias ruffle really quick.